wonder how much this Earth Spirit's going to get done early. This has been the main reason that people have stopped taking Earth Spirit, is because you don't find as many opportunities to find kills. Why did they smoke? Are they trying to contest?
The battle
SC's going to be here alone.
Stupendous!
I guess that they want to try and catch him off guard and go for a level 1 gank bottom lane. Pings come out from XZ. This might catch them off guard. If they could find Faith, and it looks like they're going to run by him. There's the catch, all right? Looking for the Burrow Strike follow-up. They missed the rolling boulder. And just like that, a little bit of a misplay. Oh, wait, the creep's blocking him. Faith, get out of there, run away, eat your way through the trees. They do finally escape, but oh no, and now Kaka gonna be blocked in. This is a little bit awkward. The torrent lift up, it's getting messy. They go first blood, and now U9 trying to find a kill for himself. He's already taken mana break though, trying to bring down that Earth Spirit. The right clicks coming in from the range creep. Coddle has the movement speed. Can he find the kill? Gonna roll up. Oh, the rolling boulder away, gonna be able to escape. Well, they draw first blood and they punish that Kaka as Earth Spirit denies himself to the neutrals. Nicely played there. Meanwhile, SC gonna try and man up against the maybe Storm Spirit. Top lane is left alone. Ame to his own devices because we've got this Bat Rider in the jungle doing his thing. The sticky napalm plus the right clicks coming in allow him to farm these camps slightly more quickly than otherwise. But it's still not going to be the best time in the world for the Bat Rider until he can get more of those levels in. Firefly online and all. But the interesting thing to me is gonna be this Earth Spirit and Shadow Demon combination. Can they punish this Coddle early? He only has an Iron Branch right now. Kaka left with, I mean, they have no regen. What do we have on for regen wise going on this side? They've still got a salve there, a couple more tangos, 2 salves in fact. This could be a really hard lane. Newbee are going to need to be careful about how they trade hits. They can't afford to just take random damage. Now a regen rune online as well. You might think about trying to spam out some more abilities here from the Shadow Demon and then go in for it. They will. But yeah, all the action should be taking place here. Maybe isn't going to be able to find a kill, I don't believe, on the Dragonite unless there's a severe misplay, which would be very surprising. Vision-wise, we do see that LGD dropping that ward will be able to catch any rotations that come in. But in the meantime, Slark is just getting free damage away on this tower. This is not the way that Newbee wanted this to go. They also do block out this pull camp here. See? Trade a couple of hits. They get the disruption. Rolling boulder forward. They have the torrent now. X marks the spot. Pulls back the Sand King. It's a little bit too little too late though. And they end up losing the Coddle again. Well, first time rather, as it was Kaka that went down at the start. I see trading some hits, but back into it now. It's going to be able to spam out the Illuminate. It's the Sand King burning him low. But the Ring of Regen and the Mango, not to mention still the 2 salves in hand for LGD. They connect onto the Sand King. There's the X mark the spot. They've been able to go back in. Disruption onto the AM. Looking for the counterplay. Blink away. Nice reactions there. And the Torrent is going to connect onto Earth Spirit as well. They got the Illuminate Blast. Looking for the right clicks. Is it going to be enough? Barely alive. Salves up. Oh, man. Gonna get out of there and looking for the kill onto Sand King now. Juked away. Oh, Sand King, run your little heart out of there. They're still trading hits. It's getting very messy now. Good Burrow Strike reactions, and U9 might be in a little bit of trouble. The Torrent, it's gonna go back the other direction, trying to find the kill. They get the deny by the Coddle. Meanwhile, the jump forward, and they find the kill. No, he jukes the other way. Sand King never gonna die. Rolling boulder. They might be able to even bring down U9 here. Oh, and just gonna TP out of there. What a player. They get away on everybody. Taking time away from this AM farming, and look at the disparity in terms of the farm. You've got Ame, who's sitting at 32-5 versus U9, 11-2. Oh, this is a disaster at the start for Newbee. Not to mention the 2 kills, but the severe out-CSing. They're going to need to catch up through kills in a bad way.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh. I mean, Storm Spirit mid versus the DK, things are going to be fine there. They'll actually regen the bottle of maybe also trying to get him a little bit of a better start, but they can afford to do this. Now they can leave. Like they've disrupted the anti-mage enough. They still need to keep their eyes on the Battle Fury timing, make sure that he doesn't get it too early on, but that is not too much of a concern right now. AP is forced out of lane again by Ame, who is level 6, and I mean, if he wants to, he can go for Midas. Oh, maybe try to steal the stack. This might be too greedy right now. Maybe is level 6, so he can get out of there. But yeah, that was a little bit too greedy. Is he going to go back in for this? I don't know if you can do this, maybe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He at least disrupts the sticky napalm, and Ame is going to walk back in now. They have to keep the stack alive. If Ame steals this, this is all of the net worth tied up into Newbee, and they're taking it. Oh man, KP realizing what's happening, and he's not going to be able to stop this. They zip forward. They're going to try and find him. He's out of mana. He's out of time. KP's about to be out of life. He goes down. And now all of that big pile of stack, they were going to try and catch up through it, goes the direction of LGD. They are stomping Newbee in this early stage. Goodness gracious. You've got little bits and pieces here which are strong, and the mid game of Newbee looks good, but this early stages has worked out really well for LGD. X marks the spot to keep anti-mage farming. You've got the eventual late game mana or cooldown reduction for a double Tidebringer with Kunkka. All of these pieces, they look good together, but the laning stage of it has just not worked out for them. And honestly, Ame getting all of this free farm here, this Slark pick has worked out beautifully. Tread's online now. And on the courier, got some raindrops, so it's going to be very hard for them to find this gank. Faith, meanwhile, just going to try and do whatever farming he can to catch back up. But this is the play, and this is the thing though, like normally when Newbee was playing before, you would see them rotate in the U9 hero to try and find a gank, try and find a kill. They've got the Earth Spirit and the Shadow Demon here ready for this. They get the Scandon laid down. They realize where everybody is. They are not going to find this kill. This is the only thing that Newbee can do right now is try and group up and take towers as a team, because they're not just going to catch up by the laning stage. This is about as good of a reaction as you can have. But I do question whether it's going to be enough here. They need to hit this timing before the Sand King starts to get towards his Blink Dagger, before the Storm Spirit can really fight effectively. He's got his treads now, but not a whole lot else. He realizes he needs to be able to fight, so he can't rush a Bloodstone. Oh man, and now stealing the Dragon Knight ulta as well. They've got the illusions of it. The Burrow Strike through onto 2. SC is starting to fall. Ame is going to be able to barely live through this. Goes into ulti mode. Faith is going down as well. KP trying desperately to find something for his team, but he's going to get Burrow Struck. Kaka gets silenced. Maybe is in the midst of it. 4 are going to drop. Newbee dismantled in the bottom lane. 0-7 start. LGD.
Radiant's top tower
after that initial rough game number 1, they have come to play. And you start to take a look at some of these net worth graphs and just the way this game is going. A huge swing back in. Oh, this is a death trap. Kunkka, you don't want to live in this world. The regen rune on maybe. Oh, Lord. This is not the play for you. This is not the time to be a Kaka. He's gonna get dropped down and maybe doesn't miss a step.
You should have put to port sooner.
You should have put to port sooner. You tell him, maybe. 4,600 net worth on the Storm Spirit, and meanwhile, Ame is building towards that Shadow Blade.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
KP is going to try and get whatever farm he can,
Top tower is under attack.
but with the tether now there, U9's in the area, so they don't want to overextend. They did have Lasso as well as Mana Void, but having that Shadow Demon means that they can't kill the Slark. And you start to look at the CS battle, like Slark more than doubling up the anti-mage at this point, 85 to 38. And this wouldn't be a bad thing. It would not be great, but if U9 was also being a part of kills maybe, but anti-mage just doesn't do that. He's getting almost doubled up in net worth here as well. Like, it's just so hard to think about how you even take this at this point. He has to avoid fights consistently. He has to get into his Battle Fury. You need the rest of your team to start making space for you. And that type of play from SC in the bottom lane is what needs to happen, where you push a tower with this Dragon Knight. Problem is they don't have the farm on the rest of the heroes. Kunkka needs to get level 6 before he can be really effective. And because of the way that early game went, it's just starting to feel like the game is going to snowball out of control into the favor of LGD. Ame is just a monster. If they can find this kill here, this would be really good, but yeah, Ame, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. Breathe fire. SC trying to push out this lane. It's going to be a long road for Newbee to win this. Oh. I mean, Sand King almost has his Blink Dagger. He has significantly more farm than U9 does out of this lane. And he can keep on doing this. Oh, nice steal there, as well as doing a bit of damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Well,
What have we here?
Storm Spirit building towards that Bloodstone.
Radiant's top tower
Still a ways away, but his team taking down towers with him not even nearby. Slark just able to get that one. Does have the Shadow Blade now as well. I mean, Kato is better than most at dealing with Slark, again, because of that blinding light, and we'll see just how impactful that can be. But you can make an escape with this hero. Well, might have to actually display it right now. As Slark is hunting, they're going to break the smoke of SC right here. They realize that somebody's behind him. That should show that. God, oh my God! He breaks the smoke and runs away, and now Newbee realizing, oh man, they're just going to walk the Dragon Knight through a ward. This gank is not going to work. This is, oh man. I don't think, at least. Earth Spirit, what are you doing here? All right, well, maybe a little bit of a lack of communication. This is what they need to come back into this game, but the counter initiation with the Burrow Strike, I don't know if that's actually going to be able to do enough, though. They have the Rum buff on him as well. They back out now. Looks like Slark is going to try and chase, catches the pounce onto Kaka. Maybe there as well. Look at that blinding light range. It's really good. Burrow Strike through onto Faith now, though. They don't care about blinding light. That's going to be another kill going their direction as the Dragon Knight falls. LGD, again, just find kills in the bottom lane like it's nothing. At a certain point in time, you just need to leave the tower alone. Go somewhere else. Don't be there anymore. 1,000 gold swing into their favor. LGD just taking full advantage.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
We're getting closer and closer to KP's Blink Dagger. Honestly, at this point, like, it's not even going to be able, like, you don't have the burst damage that you need necessarily to find a kill. Maybe with a boat, if you follow up a nice lasso with a boat, you can get enough burst there, but even then, it's not easy. And a Blink Dagger on Sand King before the Bat Rider. Granted, they were off lanes against each other, so it's not the biggest deal in the world, but just is emblematic of how in control of this game LGD are. I questioned at the start, you put the hopes and dreams of your team onto U9, not necessarily that he's a bad player by any means, but that you're used to playing this style of Dota where you all play around SC. Is it really wise to switch it up in the final game? 1-11 is the score right now. Seems like the answer is no. U9's pushing this out, has his perseverance online, and has been able to secure himself a little bit of farm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god. Sand King. I mean, if he's diving Kaka there, they're thinking about it at the very least. Your game is going bad. And this is about the best that you can hope for as Newbee. Just try and push whenever possible with that anti-mage, create some other pressure across the map, so at least LGD eventually has to respond. Even if they respond in force and you lose everybody but U9, at least they're not hitting your towers at that point. And for how hyped those first two games are, it's a little bit sad that this one is shaping up. I mean, granted, the game is not over by any means. And this is the play that I was talking about before with KP that he would do. You go into the trees, you hide out, you wait for somebody to show up, and then you try and pick them off. U9 is there for that purpose, but oh man, if they kill off the anti-mage at this point, this is going to be completely disastrous. The rolling boulder forward, they get the silence as he zips by. U9 goes down, and now they're chasing after KP. They might realize he's over there. They see the Firefly trying to run. Can he hide? He's going to be able to get out. No man, actually no cooldown for the pull. That silence from the Earth Spirit as he ran by was great. Really good play right there. And 13 Bloodstone charges is the call for maybe. We've seen this hero get out of control time and again. This is about the best thing that's happened to Kaka this game. He picked up an invis run. This game is hard. SC's got Arcane Rune as well as his Shadow Amulet. I don't know what he was doing there. They want to try and they need to get the jump onto somebody. That's the big thing here, is that they can't take a head-on team fight, so they have to sort of find a moment where they can pick somebody off. But LGD is just not giving them that opportunity, and everybody on their team is so mobile. They've got defensive supports. They're gonna have a force staff now onto the Sand King as well. Ame. Now with the Shadow Blade, Echo Saber, maybe 13 Bloodstone charges, and I'm imagining he just goes back for the Orchid at this point. Like, Anti-Mage is not going to be getting a Manta style anytime soon. This is going to be a very hard game for him. This smoke play has to bear fruit. They've got to find a kill. And it doesn't even need to be a high priority kill. Just anybody. Just kill somebody. I don't think it's going to happen. They're looking, but they are not finding. And now LGD are going to go for a smoke of their own. With no Firefly, the vision is going to be rough. The pings are in this area. They realize where they're at. There's the, oh, they break the epicenter. Really good play there by KP. It might be enough to keep SC alive. He's a very scared Dragon Knight trying to run away. And now on the other side of the fight, we have the jump in. Faith is going to get brought down. No blinding light, no nothing dropped. SC is getting chased down by Maybe. They've got a haste rune, but it doesn't matter. The boat counterplay is there, trying to create a little bit of separation from Ame. Misses the pounce. KP trying to juke it out, but Maybe doesn't care. There's the lift up. There's the burrow strike. Maybe's world, we just live in it. And now with 3 gone, 15-1. LGD are just giving Newbee a spanking. This game is
under attack.
Feeling more and more like it's just gone completely out of control for Newbee. You can see what they were trying to do. You can sort of figure out the ideas of it. You want to try and go for like the Kunkka, Keeper of the Light, pushing down towers with the Dragon Knight after you build an advantage in the early laning stage.
What have we here?
But That last pick Slark meant that Batrider couldn't bully anybody in lane. He's just able to dark pack off all the stuff with sticky napalm, so he has to go to the jungle first. And then you have the problem where they can aggressively tri-lane you, and you're stuck with a Kato and Kunkka. All right, pull back onto Sand King. This might be what they need. They have an Illuminate that's going to go through as well. Boat gets dropped. Ame controlled for the moment. Is going to go out of there. So they find one kill. Journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and killing that Sand King might have been it. Got the Battle Fury completed now for the Anti-Mage, and we have seen him get out of control before on this hero. Kaka gonna get caught again with the Magnetize, the Urn, the everything, the right clicks. Does he find it? They get the kill. Oh man. Earth Spirit getting it down, and we've got all of the character dialogue as all these heroes keep wanting to talk to Kunkka. Oh, Faith trying to keep me out. It's not gonna happen. Just wanted to go home. Slark, what a hero. Oh God, 2-17. Oh. Shadow Blade into a Silver Edge now. You've got the initiation that comes out from XC. The stun is there as well, and U9 controlled for the moment. Ame's going to chase him down. If they can find this anti-mage kill, it's as good as done potentially. They kill him off. Well, meanwhile, the pullback though, Ame may be in some trouble. They are going to catch the boat, but the Dark Pack takes it off. He chases after SC, slowed down for the moment. If they can find this kill, it'd be huge. Force Staff though is going to keep him alive. The Sand King helping out his buddy. They pull back Ame again, and they are going to be able to bring him down. 700 gold for SC, desperately needed. They did lose the Anti-Mage in the midst of that though, so even though it's a 2,500 net worth swing into their favor, all of that is on SC. Well, the majority of it, as opposed to going towards that anti-mage as well. There have been bigger comebacks than this before in the history of Dota. And Newbee do have a lineup that can do it. But the anti-mage needs to stop dying, and SC is now going to get jumped upon again. They have the silence. The Torrent is there to try and follow this back up, and the Shadow Blade is going to be able to keep the Dragon Knight alive for the moment. X marks the spot, only to keep Sand King in place. 4-18 the score. Dangerously close to a meme, but they took down that Slark. Team Bloodstone charge is still on maybe also though. On the Blink Shadow Demon also. You can play so far back, you're not going to get jumped upon. He's got his Orchid now completed. If they build into a Lincoln Sphere next for Maybe and they're able to not kill, if they can't kill Maybe before he gets Lincolns, the game feels very difficult to actually come back into. But there are ways. See, in the meantime, just taking out these illusions. You've got Ame that, as we said, has now completed the Silver Edge, so that extra burst of damage is going to be enough to find kills. But this is the play. This is how they come back into this. You have U9 up here, pushing out the creep waves, building in towards his Yasha. His net worth is catching up. Like, you look at how quickly he is caught up to the rest of his team even. He's going to be able to farm incredibly fast, and LGD can't be cavalier about this. They have to keep the pressure on. They have to keep taking high ground. Because their lineup doesn't do that as well as something like a Drow Ranger.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's taking down that tower.
Is under attack.
Oh, and KP, this is the play. He's looking for it. He wants to find an initiation. XC is there, as is the Earth Spirit. Two heroes potentially there to get the kill. They pull him back in. Boat's going to get dropped onto one. A little bit of an odd moment there. Maybe he's going to jump back in, though, and he's going to be able to find KP. He knew where he was going. Oh, KP could have gone left. He went right, and Mate finds him and punishes him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's interesting. You start to read tendencies of where players goes. Maybe recognize that last time the Batrider went off that direction, he went there again a second time. He was able to catch it that time. Adrian for Sand King. Going to be able to catch up to U9. Does have his Yasha. Been out to him on the courier now. Gem is also there.
I'll take that.
And little bracers and everything else along the way. This has been Kunkka's build. We saw previously the Lana build, which was going for the max out Tidebringer and also maxing out, or going for the 2 points in Torrent. And then afterwards going back for the Armlet. Kaka seems to prefer to go for drums, giving his team that extra utility in the midst of a team fight. Play is coming up. LGD smoked. Ame is pushing, and they're just waiting behind him. They want to bait Newbee into a bad initiation. Do they spot this out? Well, the scan does not reveal it. They do see, though, that this ward is placed, I believe. Well, they didn't spot it. Everybody's backing out. I think that they did, actually. Something happened right there where they realized what was going on, and SC is going to back out. Yeah, that might have just been them finding that ward. Nonetheless, LGD don't find a kill, and this only is good stuff for Newbee right now. As long as Anti-Mage is farming, this game is not out of their hands. Despite the disastrous early stage, they are going to jump onto SC now, though. Shadowblade is there, but no great way to save them. Don't have an Oracle this one. Banned out in the first phase of the draft. Because of that, things are hard to deal with.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now Earth Spirit level 11-2. Like every time that they go for this chase, as long as U9 doesn't die, it ends up working out well. And the fact that he's going to hide here and then go back out afterwards to farm this creep wave means he's made even more space for his team. Yeah, and this is great. They try to go for the gank, bait them in towards it, they head back out. You need to be careful about this, because if LGD are able to pull Newbee into a fight, it's not going to end well. Anti-Mage almost has Manta Style. He's going to pressure this tower, cut the creep wave. We've got LGD. They want to try and initiate with this Sand King here. Newbee do have vision. They're going to pull him back. Oh, good jump right there. And now, with the Sand King gone, that is going to be able to free up a little bit more space. All right. Things not looking too shabby for Newbee. They're starting to pull it back a little bit. It's still 12,000, almost 14,000 net worth lead, but is an anti-mage. And an anti-mage, we've seen time and again, that hero's ability to carry the game. As the Manta completed, now the Orchid doesn't matter as much. Storm is building back into a Linken's. I said that if he is able to get his Linken's without finding a kill, that's gonna end up working out really poorly for Newbee, but I still kind of stand by that. 17 Bloodstone charges is really terrifying. They have to kill him off. Like, they can't, he can't be just allowed to get away with this for free, and I think that he's going to. There's no question about it. Newbee are still really far behind. It is going to be a long road to them getting back into it, but it's not impossible. As I said earlier, there have been bigger comebacks in the history of Dota. Newbee definitely don't feel comfortable farming right now or doing anything. All semblance map control on this side has been cut off from them. But we do have this Observer Ward up in the line. Roshan finishing off. Sort of signaled that Newbee might be a little bit more free to farm up these camps. Going to take this down and themselves into a position where they could possibly even think about defending. But the game is damn hard. That is for sure. And with Storm having Aegis and Lincoln's completed, it's going to take a bit of a miracle for Newbee to pull this one off. They're actually going to go for a smoke play themselves as 4. They don't have any idea where Newbee or where LGD is right now. They spot him over here. Doesn't look like it. They know that the Slark is over there. And that's it. Scanning, looking for somebody, not going to find it. All of LGD's along the top lane. But it makes sense. There's not a whole lot else that they can do. Shadow Demon has an ultimate orb. I'm curious what he's going for. We've seen supports just farm a Linken's before to give a second one to their core. If they do that, that's kind of, again, just putting it all back on maybe, which proved to work for them in game number 2. So I wouldn't put it past them. This U9 is getting ready to continue the farming strat. He's over there by the Ancients, but LGD is knocking on their front door. That's the jump forward onto Kaka, in some trouble. The Burrow Strike follow-up is there as well. They get the stun. Still dropping low. The boat's going to go as well. He is not going to get caught and killed. The disruption, though, will secure that one. Now KP looking for his secondary initiation, does have Lasso available, maybe goes in, blinks away, good reactions by KP. BKB's now been popped for SC, looking for the kill onto KP, they're controlling, oh, the Earth Spirit, he is gonna die from that, so 2 are already gone. Can they kill off Ame though? This is the real test. I don't know if they're gonna be able to. He's hitting away there, Glimmer caped, can they keep this Dragon Knight alive? No, he ends up going down. So they lost their Batrider, they lost their DK, they don't have ship for another 14 seconds, but Glyph will keep them alive for a moment. They might be able to run back in again. Mana Void is still available. Anti-Mage has his Manta style, and Batrider with the buyback. Ame's gonna get caught by the Torrent, didn't Dark Pact either, but they don't want to go for the catch as of yet. The X marks the spot, the Lincoln Sphere on Ame. They break it now. They both have one, and that's a lot of Lincolns. And they are content with just the tier 3 tower. Anti-Mage back at it farming. 3,000 gold in the bank. Oh, they're going back in. Ame is here. Oh, buddy. Do they realize this? The jump forward. Oh, he's going to catch on to face. KP is going to go away in the meantime, but they just kill off the Coddle. They can do anything to stop that. Now the melee barracks going down. The reinitiation, LGD is looking good. Shadow Blade could come out, but they're already taking down the barracks. This is a problem. They are giving Newbee no respect. And honestly, who needs it at this point? They've still got the Aegis on Storm Spirit. They've got Lincoln Spheres abound. They're going forward onto SC. They don't give a damn. Burrow Strike through the boats that come out, but who even needs it? Their Dragon Knight is dead. And now, maybe, and if he wants to, he can just go into the fountain right now and respawn with a full mana pool. But the tier 3 tower is going to drop, and this is something that we knew could happen. These Lincoln Spheres come online. How do you stop these people? Aegis is still there. They're taking barracks. Newbee don't have any response. They've got the AM who's just trying to hit away at this tier 2 tower. But that is not going to work. And now, with LGD taking down the towers, what's left to do but GG out? They're going to pull back in the Sand King. I don't think it's going to be enough damage, though. And now, jumping forward on Kaka, maybe is just going to start running a train on these dudes. They jump forward, kill off Kaka. Meanwhile, the Sand King is dropping low, but maybe still alive. U9 hitting, but not finding, not killing. Lincoln Sphere's there. He wants to Mana Void. He does do it. Down to nothing. They only burn through the Aegis, though, and Slark kills off the Kato. Good game. Well played. Ends up getting called as LGD bring down Newbee 2-1. Well, I really thought that it was going to be a, I don't know, I didn't know what to expect. I thought Newbee was the stronger team, but LGD proved me wrong. They come out on top. Congratulations. I feel like they should have done something more than just an upper bracket berth, but regardless,